Now, when I talk about positive mental thinking, I have to tell you my favorite story. They were parents, had twin boys, 6 years old, extreme opposites. One of them was the world's greatest optimist. He loved everybody and everything in this world. The other little boy was the world's worst pessimist. He hated the whole world and everything in it. Didn't want anything to do with anybody or anything. The parents were so disturbed by the extreme opposite characteristics of these two children, they took them to a child psychologist. Said, "You've got to help us. We don't know what to do about these boys." He said, "I can't imagine two boys in the same family, especially twins, being such extreme opposites. But I have tests for children like this. Let's put them through the test and then we'll talk about a remedy." So they took this little extreme pessimist down to a room that had every kind of a toy that a child could imagine. Said, "Sonny, all of these are yours. You have a good time and we'll come back after a while." Went out and shut the door. Took this little extreme optimist down to a room that didn't have a thing in the world in it, except right in the middle of the floor was a great big pile of horse manure. Said, "Sonny, have a good time. We'll come back after a while." And went out and shut the door. In about 20 minutes, they went back into the room where the little pessimist was. He was seated in the middle of the floor with his arms folded. He hadn't touched a single thing. The psychiatrist said, "Why didn't you ride on that rocking horse?" Said, "I was afraid to fall off and break my arm." Well, so why didn't you skate on the roller skates? That'd have been fun. Said, "I was afraid to fall down and skin my knees." Well, said, "Why didn't you blow up those balloons? They get real big and got pretty pictures on them." Said, "I was afraid to hurt my mouth." Well, said, "Why didn't you eat some of that candy? That's good candy. All the kids like that candy." Said, "I was afraid to get a stomachache." Well, he said, "He's in pretty bad shape. But let's go see what the other boy's doing." They went down to the other room, and when they opened that door and looked in, that kid was bent down over that horse manure, into it, clear to here. He was slinging it. He had it all over the ceiling, all over the walls, all over the floor, all over himself. The psychiatrist said, "Sonny, what in the world are you doing?" He said, "With all this manure, there's got to be a pony somewhere." I'll tell you why I told you that story. I'll let you in on a little secret. This summer, you're going to have to wade through a lot of it. But just remember, the more there is, the deeper it gets, the bigger the ponies. So keep that positive mental attitude and keep on digging, and you're going to find a lot of ponies this summer.